Hey guys, welcome back. So today for you, I have a challenge. But before we get to the challenge, first I'm going to talk to you about something that's probably going to help you when you're dealing with this challenge. That is solving problems. So, problems. What a pain. Am I right? Ugh. We all run into problems sometimes. Sometimes they're small problems. Sometimes they're gigantic problems. Problems happen every single day. Some days it seems like there are lots of problems to deal with. And problems can make us want to give up. They can make us angry and frustrated. They can make us want to act in a way that's not safe or respectful. So today I want to show you just a few steps that will help you solve the problem in a safe and respectful way. So I even have a little sign back here. And you can see on the sign that it says a word. It says step. So this word is going to help you remember the steps to solving a problem. So first, if you're having a problem and it's making you really angry or upset, you should always try to calm down. It's going to help you stay in control of your body, and it's going to help you think a lot easier. So if you need help calming down, you can try one of these calming strategies. You can belly breathe, talk to an adult, count to 10, or go someplace quiet and safe. Then, once your body's feeling more calm and in control, that's a great time to then use our problem-solving steps. So, step number 1, say the problem. Sometimes when we're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed from that problem, we're thinking all these angry thoughts, we completely forget what the problem even is. So first, say the problem. The next step, think of solutions. So once we've said the problem, we know what it is, it's time to think of a couple solutions, things that could fix the problem. I like to think of normally about 3 solutions. You can think of more than 3 solutions, that's awesome, that's great, go for it. If you can only think of a few, that's okay too. Try to think of more than 1 solution to the problem. Once you have your solutions, we move down to the next step, explore consequences. So this step just means what could happen if you pick that solution. This is a really, really, really important step because sometimes our solutions might not be so good. Sometimes our solutions might not be safe or respectful. This is the time when you really want to think, is that a safe and respectful thing? Is that the best solution? Then, once you've thought about what the consequences or what could happen for each of those solutions, you want to do the last step, which is pick the best one. Which one is safe? Which one is respectful? Which one do you think is going to really solve the problem best? Then, do it. And there it is, easy, just those 4 steps. Say the problem, think of solutions, explore consequences, or what could happen. Pick the best one. See, as you can see, it's pretty simple, just 4 steps for solving a problem. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, what if I do all those steps and I pick the best solution and it still doesn't work? Unfortunately, sometimes that happens. Sometimes problems are a little bit trickier than we first expected. That's okay. That is why we thought of more than 1 solution. You pick the best solution, you try it and it doesn't work, that's okay. Go back up to your solutions, pick another one, and then give that one a try. It's okay if you have to try more than 1 time, and it's okay if you have to think of more than 1 solution. It happens. So, let me give you an example. The other day, I had my book all ready. I was going to read for a video actually to show you guys, and I had it on my table. Then, guess what? My cat jumped up onto the table, knocked the book down, fell on the ground, ripped a huge rip. So I saw and I thought, oh my gosh, what a problem. It's ripped right down the middle. I can't read that. I can't see the words. How are the kids going to see the pictures? This is terrible. This is ruined. I started getting all upset. Then I stopped myself. I remembered my calming strategy, so I did a little bit of belly breathing. Help me control my body better, clear my mind up. Then I went to the problem-solving steps. So first, said the problem. Okay, my problem is my book is ripped and I can't read it anymore. Then I thought of solutions. So my first solution that I thought of was, I'm gonna yell at my cat. Then I thought a little bit more because I wasn't so sure about that solution. And then I thought, you know what, my sister has a copy of this book. I could call her and see if I could borrow her book. Pretty good. But I like to think of 3 solutions, so I thought of another one. Then I thought, you know, I could get some tape and I could tape up the rip. Bam, there you go, 3 solutions. So now that I have my 3 solutions, I move to the next step. Explore the consequences. What would happen? So, first one, yelling at my cat. What would happen? Well, first of all, it would not really be respectful of me. It would probably make my cat really scared or angry, and maybe it would make my neighbors angry too. And ultimately, it would not solve the problem. My book would still be ripped. So, not so sure about that one. My next idea was calling my sister. Well, it is safe, it is respectful. It would kind of solve my problem, but then I would have to drive to her house. It would take a long time, so that is a solution I could use, but I'm not so sure about it. Then I thought of my last solution, tape it. Okay, so taping the book, it's safe, it's respectful, it's gonna solve the problem. All right, so now that I explored the consequences for each of my solutions, I went to the last step, pick the best one. Which one do you think is the best one? Taping it, am I right? Safe, respectful, easy, it solves the problem. And you know what? It did. It solved the problem, easy peasy. So keep your eye out. In the next video, you will probably see my book with a little bit of tape on it, but that's okay, it solved the problem. But if it didn't solve the problem, you know what I would have done? Would have gone right back up to my solutions, and I probably would have called my sister to borrow her book. I would have just tried a different solution. It's okay. So friends, remember, when you have a problem, say the problem. Think of solutions. I normally think of 3. Explore the consequences. What would happen if you use that solution? And then pick the best one, the one that is safe and respectful. It will probably work the best. So there we have it, the problem-solving steps. That's going to really help you. So now that you know the steps to solving a problem, I'm ready to tell you my challenge. So my challenge, or the problem that you need to find a solution to, is, can you make a boat out of only 1 piece of foil that can float on top of the water while holding 10 pennies? I think you can. All right, before you try this challenge, go to that grown-up in your house, make sure you get permission from them. Also, it would be a good idea if a grown-up or an older brother or sister did this challenge with you. All right, once you've asked for permission, I can show you what you're going to need. The first thing you will need is some foil. You're going to use 1 piece of foil to make your boat. You're probably thinking, Miss DeZalia, I just saw you with a couple different pieces of foil, and you're right. So for the boat, we're going to only use 1 piece of foil, but we know that sometimes the solution that we pick might not work. We might have to go back up and try again with a different solution. So I cut out a couple extra pieces of foil in case I need to go back and try some different solutions, because that's okay, it happens, just keep trying. The next thing that we're going to need is some pennies. If you don't have pennies, that's okay. You can use beads, you could use dried beans, you could even use tiny little pebbles or tiny little rocks from outside. Just something to add a little extra weight to your boat to make this more tricky, more challenging. Then you're gonna need something that's super important, that is water. So you can use a bowl full of water, or you could use a sink. Again, please have that grown-up or older brother and sister there with you while you're doing this. But that's all you're going to need. Piece of foil, pennies, water. Normally in my videos, I do the entire project with you. I show you how to do each step of the project. But this time, I'm not going to do that. I don't want you to see my boat and then just copy it. I want you to use your own creativity and, with the problem-solving steps, make your own solution. I think you can do it. Actually, no. I know you can do it. I believe in you. And the thing is, when you're doing this challenge, you might run into a few problems. Like, you might run into the problem of, my pennies keep sliding off my boat. Remember, use those problem-solving steps. My pennies keep sliding off the boat. Maybe I could put a railing on the boat. I could make an edge to the boat. You're using those problem-solving steps, you're gonna overcome those problems, and you're gonna come up with an awesome boat. I cannot wait to see it. And you know what? If you do it, you get your 10 pennies in there, keep going. Can you put more in there? How many can you have your boat hold? So there it is. There is your challenge. You can use those problem-solving steps for the challenge, and you can use those problem-solving steps for anything, everything. This will help you with basically every problem you'll ever run into. So I hope that the problem-solving steps are helpful. I hope you have fun making your one piece of foil boat. And I hope that you have an awesome night. Bye, guys.